Well, hello. Welcome back. This is episode 129 of your Success Atlas 360, your 365 days of tips. A tip every day, Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll leave no day untouched. How you doing? How's your week going? Rocking it, I hope. How's your month? How's your year going? Yeah? Almost halfway through it. Kicking booty and taking names, I hope. So today I want to talk to you about learning to say no, or 9 ways to help you say no and not sound like a jerk about it, a bonehead, a backside, whatever you want to call it, whatever negative term you want to put against it. I mean, there's ways that you can say no without making the person walk away going, man, that was cold. But not everybody knows how to do it. So I want to share with you. I mean, learning to say no is, I don't know, you could say it's like exercising a muscle. So flexing your no power, aka your willpower, will give you strength, that inner strength. It will empower you, it will strengthen your decision-making skills, as well as your ability to stick by those decisions that you've made and that you still stand behind. Because we all know we'll make a decision one day, and as time progresses, we realize maybe that wasn't such a great decision. So if it's still a decision you stand behind, then you want to be able to stick to it. Learning to say no helps you do that. And you see, here's another thing. This newfound, or call it refound, empowerment and strength will enable you to maintain a certain level of control in situations rather than you finding yourself at the mercy of the situation. So let's get right to it. I don't want to waste a bunch of time with a bunch of hoo-ha. Let's get right to the 9 ways to help you learn to say no without sounding like a jerk. Number 1, and I kind of put these in a bit of order, but number 1 is certainly most important. Know your goal and know your no. See, here's what it is. It's important that you know what you want, and it's important for you to know what you don't want. See, because if you don't know what you want, you're going to find yourself spending your time on things you don't want, right? Because people are going to ask, hey, can you help me out? You can say, yeah, sure. Next thing you know, you are a mile and a half down the road, the opposite direction of your goal. Oh, you don't know what your goal is. Well, guess what? Then that's your first goal. And anything that keeps you from doing that is a no. See, before you'll ever be able to say no with any confidence, you'll need to know what you want to say no to and what you want to say yes to. See, if you can nail this one, then all the other 8 steps that are about to follow are really a waste of your time. And you can just stop listening now. I mean, I want you to listen, but I just want to be real here. If you can nail this one, everything else is just going to be icing on the cake. All right? Number 2, appreciate the request. Here's the thing. Don't be insulted. Be flattered. I mean, they came to you. They trusted you with their need, and they need you enough to ask for your help. I mean, I'd even go so far as thanking them for thinking of you, for whether it's a request for assistance, maybe it's just an invitation, right? Be appreciative and thank them. Here's the thing: thanking them for requesting your assistance or requesting your presence at maybe at an event doesn't mean you have to say yes. Okay. Okay. So now on to number 3. Here's where you're saying no to the request, not the person. I want you to realize that, and I want you to make it clear to the person that you're talking to that you're not rejecting them. You're saying no to their request or their invitation. Show some respect. Hey, even show some admiration for the work that they're doing, the event they're planning, and recognize their passion for it. Like I said, you're saying no to the request, not the person, and you're appreciating what they've come to you. So obviously you probably have an appreciation for what it is they're doing. Here's the thing: don't fake it. Right? I want you to be sincere. Just let them know that you're not rejecting them. You're rejecting the task that they're trying to get you to do or the invitation they're trying to get you to go to. Next, no should have a why. Now, this comes from being a dad and having kids, right? You may not necessarily have to give a whole bunch of particulars, but having a reason is a good thing. I mean, these reasons could list anything from, I don't know, you're too busy, the task that they're asking you to do doesn't play to your strengths, it's outside your values, and so on. But I want you to be honest and let them know why. I mean, here's another thing. It also reinforces to you internally, right? And gives you that extra oomph for the next piece of the process. And what's the next piece of the process? Well, the next piece of the process is stand firm for those that get pushy. Here it is. Not everyone is just going to say, okay, and walk away. Let's be honest, right? There are some of those that say, oh, come on, man, you're really good at this, and I can't do it, and oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. I really need your help, right? Some are far more persistent than others, and that's okay. I mean, we all are pushy about things we're passionate about, right? There's probably things in your world that you hunger for. When you need someone's help, you're a little more pushy than just something that's like, oh, I could really use your help, right? You get it? Okay, so here's the thing. I want you to go and give yourself permission without breaking any of the, I'll call them rules, the guidelines that I've given you so far, to go ahead and get pushy back. Give yourself permission to stand firm on what it is you want and what it is you stand for. Here's the thing. In the end, they'll respect you for it, all right? Don't let them walk all over you, because what you'll find is that if you let people walk all over you, they will walk all over you. It's just how the world works. Okay, speaking of how the world works with practice, practice, practice. That's your next tip. Find situations where you can, safely say no. These could be simple things like when a cashier tries to upsell you on something. Hey, would you like large fries with that, right? A waiter offering you a dessert, or a street vendor hawking their wares. Say no. Say it politely. Say it firmly. Don't just ignore the opportunity to flex your no muscle. I mean, so many times I know when we visited New York the last time, you see the vendors hawking their wares, especially on the weekend. And so many times you'll see people just, on their phone and just walk past them and ignore them. That's your opportunity to practice your no muscle, right? Walk into a room by yourself, plant your feet firmly, pull your shoulders back, hold your head up high, and say no firmly 10 times. It sounds crazy, but flexing your no muscles at these safe times will really help you. Oh, I think my tongue just tripped over my eye teeth, and I couldn't see what I was saying. Flexing your no muscles at these kind of ways might sound a little crazy, but they'll really help you when the time comes when you really need to use it. All right. So here, the next one is a preemptive no. Here's the thing. There's always those times in our lives when there's those people in our lives. How about that? When they'll tend to make those repeated, even burdensome requests. Well, this is the ones where it's better to get the no out there before the request even comes. You could let them know in advance that you're really getting focused on, your business, your health, your family, whatever it might be. You're narrowing your goals in your life and you're trimming your obligations in other areas. Kind of politely letting them know that you're not going to have time for their requests, right? Now, let's be real here. If it's your boss, you got to try a different tactic. You could sit him or her down and kind of work through your priorities for, say, the next week, next couple of weeks, next month, and agree up front what it is you should be spending your time on. Then, when they come to you later on, the next day, the next hour, the next week, and that request arrives on your desk like you kind of thought it might be, you can simply refer back to the conversation, and they will either reset your priorities, they are your boss after all, or they're like, oh yeah, that's right, you stay focused on that, I'll get so-and-so to do it. All right? So the preemptive no. Next, realize you're going to miss out. And what do you value more? This comes back to knowing what you want. See, some of us, and I say some of us, have a hard time saying no because we know we're going to miss out on an opportunity. With every task, with every event, with every invitation, there comes with it an opportunity. And saying no, let's be honest, leads to missed opportunity. But it's not just missed opportunity, it's trade-off. You need to remind yourself what it is you're saying no to, right? You're saying no to the request, but you're simultaneously saying yes to something that you value more than that request, which is why you come back to number one. What is it that you want? Both are opportunities. You're just choosing one over the other. Okay, so the last one, we're doing really good on time today because I'm not blabbing, right? I'm just kind of staying focused for you. And these are the tips are all about. And sometimes these tips will be shorter, sometimes they'll be longer. Shut up, Tracy. Give me the last tip. All right, here's the last piece. Man up. I like this phrase. Man up your courage, more specifically. If you're someone who's used to saying yes, it's going to take some courage to say no. Especially if that other person doesn't give up easily. Remember the pushy people I talked about earlier? You may even feel a little bad. You'll feel like a bad friend, a bad mom, a bad dad, a bad spouse, a bad lover, whatever it is. You might feel like you're even letting someone down, not living up to their expectations. Maybe you'll imagine that you've been seen or being talked about in a negative light. That's just the cost sometimes of reclaiming your life. And those that respect you and see what else you're trying to accomplish, yeah, they may say it for a moment, they may even think it for a moment, but then when they see you going after what it is you really want in your life and succeeding at it, then they'll get it and they'll respect you for it. You're going to need to build that courage to put up with those folks. They're out there. I'm just being honest. The rest of the people that may hit it for a second and go, oh, all right, I get it. You're working on this. You want to rebuild your life. You're trying to whatever it is you're trying to do. Oh wow, you're trying to build a business that rocks. I'm sorry. How can I help you? Those are the people you want to keep in your world, right? Maybe we'll talk about toxic people in another tip. So there you have it. What do you want? Hmm? How are you going to deal with those pushy people? Are you ready to say no? Hey, I got a question for you. You want to do something for me? Uh, no? All right. You're learning. So I'm going to leave you today like I always do. Thanks especially. And take action. Talk to you soon.